Coming up on Good Morning Wilmington Live. The founder of the Coolest Bean Apparel Company, LaToya Cunningham, stops by the plaza to talk about the company's upcoming book bag drive. Owners of the produce spot, Thameenah and Adiyuh Davis, stop by to talk about the produce spot and their 1-year anniversary. And representatives from the Sisters Supporting Sisters Foundation stop by to talk about the nonprofit and how they're making a change here in the First State. Be sure to tune in to DETV, Monday, August 22nd at 10 a.m.
And Big Eye, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV, Mr. Positivity. I'm here with my lovely co-host this Monday morning,
Vincenza, and good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Vincenza. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes, I'm doing wonderful.
Weekend is over. It's Monday morning. What did you do this weekend at home? Put it in the comments below. I would love to hear what you've done. You might give me some ideas to do something. Give us some ideas to do some things different in our lives.
Oh yes.
Speaking of weekends, what did you do?
So other than working at the restaurant all weekend, it was a busy weekend. I was able to. Everybody that knows me knows that I love spending my Sundays with my family. You know, I always make sure I allocate that time. So I was able to visit my parents yesterday, and it was really nice to spend some time with them. And my dad, I don't want to say recently got into gardening, but he has been putting more time and allocating more time to nurture his garden outside. Okay. Right. And he's been growing all fresh produce. Oh yes, so he's been growing string beans, cucumbers, figs, just parsley, basil.
Oh, he's doing his thing.
Oh, yes.
Pop got the green thumb, right?
Oh, yes, tomatoes. So he was actually, with all of the fresh produce that he has in his little garden, it's a small garden, it's not a big garden, it's a small garden, he was able to prepare this incredible linguine with tomato, fresh string beans, basil, parsley dish yesterday, and it was so good.
Oh, wow.
I mean, my dad is a very, very, very good cook. Actually, he's a chef. He's phenomenal. So it was absolutely delicious to taste all of the fresh ingredients in the dish. And you just have such an appreciation for it. So it was really nice to spend some time with mom, dad, the family.
You think we can get your dad on one of our DETV cooking shows?
Oh, he would love that.
Najee, can you make that happen?
He would love that.
Get his dad on one of the I want her dad on one of my cooking shows.
He would love that. Oh, I bet you they're both listening.
They're listening right now.
And they're looking at each other.
So Pop, you know I need you on the cooking show. I thought about it. I had a conversation with a friend that just recently visited Italy, and we were talking about show ideas, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Right. And I was like, I have a chef. I got one.
Well, you got one. Yeah, he would love it. But he would truly enjoy just showing and sharing, with everyone what he has learned over the years. And he did not go to culinary school. It's all just from life, hands-on experience, learning, cooking with his family, his aunts, his grandparents, his parents, and whatnot. So just learning, just from hands-on experience.
Right.
But
nice.
it was really nice. It was really nice. But enough about me. How was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was fabulous. I actually went. I want to say car shopping, but more manifestation creation. I went to Brooklyn, New York, and I went to the Brooklyn Porsche in Brooklyn. Like, first of all, let me talk about Brooklyn. Brooklyn is amazing. It is crazy. So I was over at, where was I? Industrial City at Brooklyn Porsche. And I'm going to go, buy some Porsche stuff so I can see what type of, I know what Porsche I want. So I'm giving it my manifestation about, 18 months. Maybe 15 months, but I did that. And
that's good. You have to have goals where you set goals, work hard toward them.
Yeah.
Whatever
and let them come to you. Let your stuff come to you. So that's what I believe in. And sometimes I go overboard, but it works. So I just keep doing it. So and then I hung out with some friends in Brooklyn and Long Island, and then
you
back
traveled
here.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the exciting things that have been happening around town. We have to touch on something that was monumental in the city of Wilmington.
And that's the Amani Village over at Kingswood, over in Kingswood, Riverside area. That was amazing.
They had the ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
It was on Tuesday, August 16th. And Logan Herring and Derek Reed were on the show last month to talk about the project. And it was just an incredible project that they were able to talk about and share with everyone. But now, it's reality.
Yeah.
The residents are so happy to be back in their new homes. And that was just, it really was really amazing that Kaylin, our very own DETV and guest co-host for Good Morning Wilmington, was able to be on site reporting the show. So if you haven't had a chance to tune in, go to the Facebook page of DETV and you'll be able to watch a little clip about what happened on August 16th for the Amani Village. But also, Ivan, you were there as well, right?
I was there too, but I have to give a shout out. Kaylin did an awesome job. She's sitting there, right, like, this girl over here is amazing. Kaylin did an awesome job, but let me tell you, it was awesome to see the community that we once knew growing up and how it's changing, and people in place are really taking the charge of making sure people have things that we need, like good health care and good housing. So shout out to my man over there, Logan, and Derek Reed. Derek Reed wasn't just a resident of the Riverside projects growing up, but now he is one of the developers that's rebuilding these homes for the people that are the residents that are living there now. So shout out to you too, and shout out to the entire working group over at Kingswood. What is it called? Not Kingswood. It's the Team Warehouse, the working group. So shout out to you guys. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I can't wait to see what's coming up.
Yes, they were able to complete the first phase in a very short period of time, so that was very exciting. And now they're just going. They hit the ground running. So just stay tuned for what's next, and I'm sure that we will be able to get Logan and Derek on the show.
Get them back again.
Right, we need to get them on the show to give us an update what's happening, because it's exciting and it's very, very important that we highlight this that's happening in the community and all the support. I mean, there were so many elected officials. Senator Tom Carper was there. Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester was there. I believe Matt Meyer was there too, right? Newcastle County President was there.
And hosted by our own Blake the Brain. So shout out to Blake the Brain.
Yes, that's right. Blake was there. So it was just an incredible event. Again, so excited. We're able to, DETV was able to be there to highlight it. So again, follow DETV on Facebook, watch the clip, and make sure you continue to support and see their journey.
Now, there was a clip also that was circulated through DETV that I want to give Kaylin some kudos about, that went crazy, and that was the Hood Millionaires? The Hood Millionaires awards that they met at 5th and Madison at the park, guys from the community, and they said, you know what, enough about giving awards to public officials, let's give it to the people, you know, and the people that are unsung or sometimes forgotten for all the community stuff they did. So when you get a chance, go to DETV on our Facebook page and our Instagram page and our TikTok, and you'll see it. It's called Hood Millionaire. So I wanted to make sure we touched on that. That was an awesome piece that my phone just kept going off all weekend because of people sharing it and commenting.
That's great.
So shout out to that. That was great. And then we get to the BMW tournament. Did you go?
Yes. No, I was not able to attend, but I was watching from afar, and I believe everybody that I know was there. Well, almost. That you weren't there, and I was right.
I was on my way. Then suddenly I got hungry. You know, the big boy problem kicked in, and I was like, I'll catch it on ESPN.
Right. So, and that sometimes that's the best seat at home. So we were able to watch from. I was watching from the restaurant, so we had it on all the televisions. But we were actually getting some guests were joining us for dinner service, leaving the event and sharing what was happening. So it was very exciting for the area. There was a little bit of traffic.
Yeah, a little bit of traffic. You have 130,000 people in the city of Wilmington. On top of the 70 that we have, I mean, that was it.
But it was good for the businesses. It was good for the state of Delaware.
Right.
We were very, very excited to host the BMW tournament. So thank you to the BMW Championship and the PGA. We were very, very excited to have so many, I guess you would say, famous golfers in town and guests from all around just joining the event, but also supporting the local businesses. And I know that was also very important for all the small businesses.
All right, enough about them. Let's talk about the Cakeless Superheroes that we have on today's show, which is the most important. And I swear to God, I need to make sure that Najee gives me some trophies and a drum roll, because my drumming skills suck.
That's okay. Well, you can.
All right. You ready? All right. First Cakeless Superhero.
I'm excited about this one just because again, yesterday with my dad cooking and growing all the fresh produce in his little tiny garden, we have the owners and sisters of the produce spot. We have Thameenah Davis and Adiyuh Davis. We're so excited to have them on the show today.
They
so very excited to chat with them.
Great shakes, like.
More than just produce. More than just produce, right?
More than produce.
Yeah. So we have also
Tawana
Gooden, Shayna Starks, and Shayna Veasley from the Sisters Supporting Sisters Foundation. Very excited to chat with all of them. And then last but not least, we have LaToya Cunningham, the CEO of the Coolest Bean LLC, and her partner, Jasmine Bradley. So we're very excited to have so many people on the show today.
Now I'm gonna tell you, Sisters Supporting Sisters is an amazing group. I think I started following them about a year ago, and just to see that they do what they're doing with women from special events of leadership and support. I love it. They're giving me the time to break. I got to go to commercial. I'm sorry.
Well,
but look,
yes,
I'm super excited. Yeah, don't go anywhere. We're here to talk to everyone. We're going to go to break real quick because they pay the bills. All right? I'll see you when you get back. This is Big Ive and
Vincenza.
Good morning, Wilmington.
Next on the plaza, owners of the produce spot, Thameenah and Adiyuh Davis.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Storman's Classic Hall of Fame inductees have just reached here. We're going to induct 100 people, and all the conversation around the state is going to come to a halt because we're going to induct 100 guys and girls on September the 29th at the Chase Center at 6 p.m. Be there. Also, most of these folks participated in Storman's Turkey Drive. It always happens the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Be there, Storman's Classic 100 Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm ready.
As soon as I got here, I just felt the warm embrace of the community, man. Like what y'all got going on is wonderful. And no wonder y'all called the work group, because y'all putting that work in. For real, seriously, y'all getting the work done.
We are committed to creating the best Riverside we can with the community, for the community.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
All right, first up on the plaza are two women who saw a need and a health need. So in their community, and they decided to do something a little different. So please welcome the owners of the produce spot. We have Thameenah and Adiyuh Davis. Welcome. Ladies.
But first of all, don't be shy. Don't do that shy stuff to me, all right? Don't do that. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Don't do that with me. And let me tell you how I met them. Someone dropped in my inbox like, hey, yo, Ive, you gotta meet these two sisters that's doing some stuff. And I was like, all right, cool. And I never showed up. And I felt so bad that I didn't show up because it wasn't in my calendar. And then one day, someone else called me, like a year later, someone else called me and said, yo, you need to go check these two sisters out. And I said, okay, maybe God is trying to tell me something. So I go and I check it out and I walk in and I'm like, oh, damn. Well, I said something different, right? But they might fine me like 15 grand. So I was like, oh, damn, like, wow. And I'm just standing there in sheer amazement, and I'm looking at these two sisters they have a whole produce spot in front of Riverside. And it was busy. Ladies, how did you even come up with that idea?
Start. All right, so our parents had a produce spot when we were young. I can remember as far as 7. So my dad did a truck, and my sister and I, during COVID, we came up with the idea, you know, with everything that's going on. We put our heads together. Mina said, would you be interested in doing a produce business? And I said, of course. That's what we know.
Right.
It's not something that we had to give any thought to. All we had to do was just open. My one reserve, my one issue is that I didn't want to be on a truck.
Okay.
I told her I'm all in if we can find a building.
Right.
Not knowing, how everything is so heightened now, we just took that chance.
Right.
So we opened up a building, and we didn't look to go to Delaware. We didn't look to go to Riverside. We just wanted to open somewhere.
Right.
And we were placed in Riverside.
Wow. How is the community reacting with this produce, a Smoothie Healthy Initiative in Wilmington?
Initially, it was a shock, a culture shock, because nothing like that had been there for many years. You have people that have been in that area for over 30, 40, like their entire life, and it's never been any produce, like fresh produce.
Right.
So it was like a shock. It's almost, I tell my sister all the time, it's almost like the Dorothy house kind of idea.
Yeah.
The house is spinning and it just lands and everybody's looking like, what's going on?
Right.
That kind of happened, but as they started to come in, that's where the education piece started. Like, we started to tell them about the benefits of why they need to be here. We welcomed them to their new produce store.
Right.
And it was just a sense of family and family and trust.
Right.
And once that we got them to trust us as people, then they started to listen to the things that we had to say. And then it's been, from then on, we have people that never tried smoothies that come every single day. And we actually have one of the residents from Riverside. He is called a Will Special. So people come in, it's like a joke when the people come in, it's like, I know that's not Will's drink. I'm like, yes, it is. So it's like, it's really, really exciting. So it's become like more of like a family store.
And that's special that you're creating that environment that's very welcoming. So it's like they're coming to your home.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's very hospitable, and that's important. That's a part of the whole experience, not just the product that you're selling, and that you're giving a full experience. And you know how I am about how I feel about the hospitality world.
Right.
Is that we're not just selling a product or a service. We're giving a full experience when you come to our home or our business.
Yeah.
So no strangers to the business, because you grew up in the
Yes.
business with being second generation,
Yes.
if I'm correct. And I love that they're sisters. Family, all about it. And so, I have a question that many ask me that I always like to, maybe ask the question to other sisters as well, or siblings. Is it difficult for you to be in business together as sisters, or you wouldn't want it any other way?
Okay. It's a little difficult sometimes, but I wouldn't do it with anybody else.
That's
My sister, we've been close since, it's not just us, it's four of us, but we are the oldest.
Right.
So we are naturally the closest. It's challenging sometimes because we're there with each other all day.
Right. Yeah.
We get everything. We get the raw stuff.
Right.
And then it's like when your day's off, it's like, okay.
Yeah, like I gotta see you again.
Okay.
I got you.
But it's very rewarding,
Exactly.
For somebody I can look across and she knows exactly what I'm saying or thinking.
That's it.
And she knows how to jump right in.
There you go. Let's talk about rewarding. What's rewarding about opening a produce store and a smoothie store in what's known as a food desert?
Oh, that's a loaded question. I would like to say when the families come in and tell us that their blood pressure has changed, their medical status has changed, they have lost weight.
Right.
Our seniors who have maybe not, prior to us coming, otherwise have tried certain things, but then they report to their doctors that they're feeling better and things like that, and it's contributing to them getting that resource that's right there. Because we have to think like it's easy to us to have vehicles that we can go to the market and all these places. Right. But for people in the community that don't drive, or the elderly who can't go too far, it's right there for them. Like it's in their neighborhood. So I think that for me, that might be the most, one of the more rewarding things. And I think also to have just a sense of the community coming in and claiming this is their spot. And I guess the happiest thing, we always make a joke of, we close on Sunday and Monday, just Sunday for family day and to kind of reorient ourselves because we're there all day long. And then Monday is like the day where we have to take care of the business side of the stores because everything's closed on Sunday. So they get on us every Tuesday, the same people that know that we close on those days. I came yesterday and you guys were closed, and we just laugh. It's like,
so you're in demand now.
Yes, we're in demand. So we may need to look into changing our.
But that's a good problem.
Yes,
That's a good
absolutely.
problem that there is a demand.
Yes.
But I also am a firm believer that you have to allocate time to rest.
Right.
So you can continue to pump out consistency with the business and give the best service and experience. Now, I did mention earlier, I don't know if you were listening, that my dad is a chef and we love fresh produce. We think there's something different about the freshest ingredients and what it does to your health.
Yes.
And I didn't get a chance to touch on that, but he's a firm believer that the freshest ingredients really does help your health. And you did mention that you're able to help your customers and your clientele with giving them the best ingredients, the quality ingredients, so it can help, I guess you would say, make them have a better lifestyle.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, so let's talk, so there's two, I guess you would say, elements to the business. You have the fresh produce, and then you have the smoothies and the shakes. And the
acai or acai bowls.
Oh, yummy. So you have a
I'm
full menu.
They give you a real big one, you know.
Very nice. And it's all fresh ingredients that you have in-house.
Yes.
Now, what type of produce do you sell? Do you sell a variety, or is there a specific type of produce you're selling in-house? Vegetables, fruit?
We sell both.
Okay.
We sell at least 15. Types of vegetables, and probably a little bit more with the fruits.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
And we also make homemade strawberry lemonade and regular lemonade.
So I get there and they try to feed me everything, right? They're like, "Yo, try this, try that, try this."
But these are, I know what it tastes like to use fresh ingredients. It's night and day.
Yes.
I mean, you're getting quality.
Absolutely.
And especially the lemonade and whatnot, and the acai bowls. I want to stop by now. Why didn't you bring anything with you?
I know it doesn't bring
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, don't worry, because we're going to call you back and we're going to make sure we do all
Okay.
this. Because it's so one thing I want to know is, what do you want the community to know about your business? Because there's still a lot of people, like you have Riverside on lock. Everyone on Riverside that they're coming in. When I mean coming in, like every 3 to 5, say 3 minutes, there are 2 to 3 more people coming into the location. I sat there and counted within an hour about 80 people.
Wow.
And I was blown away. They need help. That's what they need. Y'all need definitely help. This is your camera. This is the community camera, right? Go ahead and pitch your store to the community. You ready? They're all shy.
Well, our main thing is to actually bring a sense of community and love back into our store. Like one of my favorite quotes from Maya Angelou, my sister surprised me and put it on the wall, is the one that says, you may not remember what a person said or done, or what is it? How do you say? You may not remember what a person said or what a person did, but you always remember how they made you feel.
How they made you feel.
Or something on that line. So we make sure that each and every person, no matter the age, the race, the nationality, whoever you are, we love every single person, and we treat every single person as family, and we want every single person to walk through our doors to get a good morning, hey, how are you, welcome back, how did that procedure go, how's your grandson, how did everything work out? And it kind of gives people a sense of belonging, like in a world where things are constantly changing and you kind of like are not acknowledged so much because everybody's rushing.
Right.
We try to cultivate that experience with each and every person. And if somebody is having a bad day, when they leave, it's so funny because we can tell like their energy changes. And then we'll say, see you tomorrow, and then they'll laugh and say, okay, and then they actually come back. Right. So it's just, we're just really trying to change the dynamic of a world that's just so divided. And if we can just start that in our small space, our thought is that it become contagious. So then we have a positive contagion going on in the midst of all this negative stuff. And then we could possibly bring all those old good feelings back into our store and in our community. And then the hope would be that we would be able to branch off and go different places and not just
So open up other locations.
Of course,
There
that's
we
the
go.
idea.
We're
Sprinkle a little
manifesting
love.
this.
Yes,
We were all
yes.
about that on the show.
Yeah.
So you speak it into existence. So next time you're on the show, you'll be sharing with us.
Ivan, we
the
opened
news.
up in Salisbury, Maryland. Bam.
Yes.
We do have another idea, but we're not going to share it right now.
Okay, see
Well,
how
we're
you did that?
well, we are very excited for you to return to the show, sharing the idea with us. And as you continue to thrive in the community and grow in the business, we wish you so much luck.
There we go.
And I promise I will visit because I love fresh produce and juices and acai bowls and smoothies. That's like right up my alley. So, Ivan, promise you'll take me?
Yes, this week. We're going this week. That's right. This week. Don't threaten me with it next time. Ladies, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so there you go. You have sisters supporting community. And if you, matter of fact, give them the address where they can find you.
Okay, we're at 2400 Governor Prince or Northeast Boulevard, Wilmington, Delaware. We're over near Riverside, or I don't like to say Riverside.
Right.
We're on 2400 Governor Prince Boulevard. We have the produce sign.
You can't miss it.
You can't miss it. Our number is 302-751-3305.
There you go. All right, so all my friends that's watching, our audience that's watching, make sure you go and support the produce spot. And speaking of sisters and support, we have sisters supporting sisters coming up next right after the break. And I'm super excited about this whole sister show. I see what you did there, Najee.
Right?
I see what you did. There's
Strategic.
no brothers on this show.
Nope.
There's no
Strategic.
brothers.
Very strategic.
Yeah, sisters, but I'm okay with that. Sisters supporting sisters. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. All right.
Still to come, representatives from the Sister Supporting Sisters Foundation.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Storman's Classic Hall of Fame inductees have just reached here. We're going to induct 100 people, and all the conversation around the state is going to come to a halt because we're going to induct 100 guys and girls on September the 29th at the Chase Center at 6 p.m. Be there. Also, most of these folks participated in Storman's Turkey Drive. It always happens the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Be there, Storman's Classic 100 Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm ready. Woo!
How did the ETV start and how did you get here?
The ETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at DETVCH.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think. Back at it again.
All right.
You see how they do that? Like they count us in, we're not ready, but we act like we're ready
That's
because
all right.
we're trying to get ready.
We stay ready so we don't have to get ready.
There you go.
Even though there might be a lot of chaos happening around us, that's all right because it's all part of the live show.
Right. So what did you think about the sisters with the produce?
Oh, I love it. I love that they're a family-owned business and sisters.
Right.
Obviously, you know, I can relate to that. But I love that when they say that they wouldn't want it any other way with working together and being in a family-run business because I understand because you don't always get along with your siblings if you think about it or a family member. Sometimes you just don't want anything to do with them, but it's all about forgiveness.
Especially in business, right?
Oh, yes.
But as long
Oh,
as you're
yes.
supporting one another, I think that's where it counts. So next up are a group of sisters that are bonded by love for sisterhood and empowerment. Join us down on the plaza as we introduce Sisters versus versus. Like it's a rap battle. I'm stuck in my head. Sisters supporting sisters. I'm thinking rap, and I see you, right? So that's exactly what's going on. Sisters supporting sisters. Ladies, thank you for coming on the plaza.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
And you all look absolutely lovely.
Thank you. We had to match the energy in here.
Right,
know?
that's right.
Yes,
All about
yes,
the energy.
yes.
So before we dive into talking about the foundation, I want to give our viewers a chance to get to know you individually. So we'll start with you, Shayna. Please introduce yourself and share a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Shayna Beasley. I have worked in the mental health field for probably over 23 years now, mostly with children and families, trying to get them into spaces where healing occurs. So that's why I kind of wanted to be a part of the Sisters Foundation and just bring my, my knowledge and my experience there.
Excellent. Shayna.
Okay, and I'm Shayna Starks. So basically, I am a Delaware State University alumni.
DSU all day.
Hornets.
Hornets.
So I took up business there, and my first year, I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't have enough money for books. I didn't know about the student loan process. So one of my main things was anytime I got in business, it had to be community driven and showing people, educating them about, financial literacy and different things of that nature.
Nice.
Excellent.
So my name is Tawana Gooden, and I have been bouncing around a little bit. So I've been in fashion, I've been in music, I went to school for business at Delaware Tech, but I think I'm really just coming into myself, into my womanhood. So I am a new community healthcare worker for the state of Delaware, and I just love being in the community, working with people. And we act as a liaison between the healthcare system and the community to help people navigate the healthcare system. So that's currently what I'm doing right now, and I am Sisters supporting sisters all day, every day.
All right.
How did you come up with it? I think about 2 years ago, I want to say, is when I started seeing it. And so how did you come up with supporting it, and why did you come up with it?
A lot of people don't know that me and Shayna kind of grew up together. As kids, we used to do talent shows, step shows.
Yeah, that's Shayna.
We even had our first business together at 10 years old. We did nails at school. We made like money and all that. So we always kind of been in unison.
Okay.
But throughout the years, she moved out of state, so did I. But coming back to Delaware, we remained friends on social media.
Okay.
So I always seen Shayna doing like empowerment things for women, and I was doing the same thing. She reached out to me. And while she was doing the walk, her and our other partner, Cherielle, and I was currently doing an online support group in Delaware. Yeah, we was back in Delaware. And she reached out to us, and we came out to the walk. And it was like, once we were there, it was like the height of COVID. Once we were there, it was kind of like we needed this space.
Right.
We were all going through things. We were experiencing anxiety and depression. We were having conversations. We were loving on each other. We were happy. We were like, we need this. So it was just like, Shayna came out, she did the health and wellness portion of it, and it was like, that was the birth of Sisters at that time.
So it was just organic.
It
really was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So before we go any further, let's break it down just a little bit for our viewers that are tuning in and may not know what the organization is. So tell us about the organization, its mission, and its goals.
So Sisters Supporting Sisters honestly is a space for women to come together and explore ways to mitigate and alleviate stress and anxiety and depression. That was the whole goal. Right. That was it. But now we've just taken off into providing more of our presence in the community. Shayna organizes community basketball leagues for children.
Nice.
We do a backpack drive every year. We've even had art programs for kids. And we also do an online support group, like Tawana mentioned, for women, where we can just check in with each other.
Wow.
There's a lot of women that just do not have other women to confide in or just to give a, hey, I'm going through something right now. Or if they do, they're kind of embarrassed because they're the people that they know, they don't want to be shamed or judged. And that's where we come in and say, you know what, girl, we all got problems. So let's all talk together and kind of find ways to heal with each other.
And that is so important. Finding a space that you're comfortable, that you can be vulnerable and open up. because we are guilty of it, very prideful. We don't like to show our weakness.
Exactly.
But it's okay to not have it together, right?
It's okay to not be okay.
Right.
And that was one of those
And
messages that happened during the height of COVID and with the protests and, Black Lives Matter and things like that were just a lot of pressure on everybody. So we were like, it's okay that we're not okay. Like, let's just come together and figure out how to heal one another. So that's what we've been doing.
Do you feel that you've been fulfilling that mission?
I definitely think so.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so for sure, even within my personal life. Like, I just feel grown up now.
Yeah.
Like I'm more patient with my sisters, just being in the same space and showing compassion to one another and just sharing healing tools and just being out with each other socially. It's a good space to be in.
Yeah. I've been watching from afar and just watching the expansion of the group, right? Where it just went from doing this to more now community-based. What advice would you give another woman right now that's, brand new to showing her emotions or dealing with something that's saying, hey, I have a problem? And matter of fact, maybe if you could just speak of some of the things that you collectively that you help women with. So maybe, hopefully, that someone that's seeing this can say, hey, look, damn, I'm going through that. I need to talk to them or I need to join this group.
Right. I'd say, one, be patient with yourself. That's one thing that I put a lot of pressure on myself to kind of always have to rise to the occasion. And when you fall short and you're in those lows and you don't have that tool, the support to say, you know what, it's okay to be where you are. But the one thing that we started doing with sisters when we started the support group was reading Brené Brown, The Gift of Imperfection. And that's one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. So I would say if you are looking for a way to kind of let yourself off the hook, read that book, The Gift of Imperfection by Brené Brown. It's really, really powerful. It can really change your perspective as to how you deal with your own shame and guilt. That's number one. But also seek out resources within the community. Get therapy. Like I tell people all the time, I'm in therapy and I'm a therapist. So like, if you don't have somewhere to really relieve yourself of some of the things that you're experiencing and get some advice from someone that actually has tools for you, you won't go far. You'll just keep repeating the cycle over and over again. So is
there anything wrong with therapy? Because that's what I'm going to make sure people know.
No.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear you say.
Let me tell you something. Therapy is for healthy people. You know what I mean? You can't be dysfunctional in therapy for too long. Like once you get there, you may have problems. Eventually, you'll get to a place where you're healed, and it's just conversation and somebody to love on you. So.
Very, very true.
Yeah. I was good. I just want to hear that because, like,
it's healthy.
Yeah, because brothers, we go through our own different things,
absolutely.
Right? So just like we have a little group that we meet offline. Like if a brother's going through something, we just throw the bad signal up and we're like, okay, where we meeting? And that's where we go, and then we'll just talk about it. And ours is like a little silent private group. Absolutely. But just the stuff to understand that when you get older, like. Problems at 40 is much different than the problems in 30.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't know, we don't understand or know how to deal with it. Right. So no, just saying therapy is good. Thank you for answering that.
Therapy is for healthy people. So just go. You don't have a problem whatsoever that therapy cannot help you manage. Right. So go for it and make yourself vulnerable a little bit. I think that we're so used to keeping everything a secret and then going online and trying to show this perfect world. There is no such thing. You know what I mean? So that's where Sisters comes in. When we fall short, we have people there with us to make us, feel like we belong, and we're also in a space where it's safe.
Sisters
somebody safe.
Supporting sisters.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's not just Black sisters, that's everyone.
And we try to definitely make sure that we include everybody. Right. You know what I mean? At first, our mission stated that we needed a safe space for Black and brown women. If there was none, and there were pockets of people doing things, but it kind of always felt cliquish, you know what I mean? So we decided we'll come together, but then it became so much more expansive, like all the women, let's everybody support one another.
Nice.
So,
and there's a need.
Absolutely.
You can see that there's a need, and you identified that. And that's why you're continuing to grow.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's so, so important. I'm so glad we were able to get you on the show to share with our viewers about the foundation, because I'm sure there is a large amount of women out there that are listening and want to find out information about joining the foundation. But before we go into ways that they can join, tell us about the anxiety relief walkathons that you host. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Shayna, you want to?
Okay, so basically we just get together. At first we walked 7 miles.
Oh, Lord. Clutching my pearls.
We started at the riverfront and went to Battery Park, but at the end.
We used the Jack Markell Trail, which is a very fantastic trail.
I'm going to be serious right now.
It was treacherous that
It's not just mental health, it's physical.
No, we use the idea of physical health to improve your mental health.
Understood.
But that first day, man, we were like, how far?
Yeah, it's all a mind game, but at the end you feel so rejuvenated.
Yeah, yes.
And I've always had the motto in my head every time we walk: never let anyone live in your head rent free.
Understood.
I love that.
Yeah, physical exercise is definitely important for the mental. That is. But I didn't mean to say it like that. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
okay. We need to get you out there one day, Ivan.
I throw the bad signal up to the guy. Brother, you ready to go for a walk?
Okay.
Get your ice and your ice packs.
7 miles.
Right.
Not one.
What other things do you do? You do the walking and you do leadership, and your title is leadership. What do you do for leadership?
We host an empowerment brunch. So basically, there are women business leaders that come to the empowerment brunch, but also other women are invited as well. So at that brunch, we celebrate each other, we recognize each other, we uplift our businesses and things of that nature. And we host that annually.
Oh, wow.
So that has been a real success within the organization as well.
Nice. All right. This is your community camera, right? So you can go ahead and pitch the sisters. I'm not going to say verses. Sisters supporting sisters.
Well, one, I'd like to say, please join us on the walkathon. Literally put your sneakers on. We don't care what you have on. We don't care what your hair looks like. We don't care what your nails doing. Come out and just walk. We haven't been doing the 7 miles in a while because the way that we were doing it before, we had to get rides back. But nevertheless, there is time and space for you to come out and heal with a group of women that really have no pretense about us. All we want you to do is come out and walk with us and enjoy yourself. That's bi-weekly, every other Saturday. You can follow Sisters Supporting Sisters on Facebook. You can follow Sisters FoundationDE.com to find out where you can meet up with the walk. Usually starts at the riverfront.
Nice.
Excellent.
All right.
Very excited.
All inclusive for all women. So nobody's excluded.
Right.
We accept everyone. We just want to be a space where we are looking to just be transparent with one another.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
How many members do you have?
25.
That's nice.
25 active members in the group, but we've serviced over 200 women plus in our activities.
Oh, yeah.
We've given out backpacks for over 200 kids. We actually have a backpack drive coming up now on August 28th, and we need donations. So if you're out here, please, we need pencils, backpacks, pads, whatever you may be willing to provide to us, we will accept it with open arms. And we thank you.
We would donate, DETV donate $100 to you for your
Great.
That's cool.
Appreciate that.
Maybe $200. That's cool.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
You got it.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you for having us.
Thanks for coming.
All right. Good luck with the backpack drive.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. What you think?
Well, we're not done yet, but
Well,
the show
show-
continues
the
to
show
get better
continues.
and better and better, and I love that it's all about the ladies.
It is
today.
about the ladies.
Yes,
I want some
about
brothers
it.
on the next episode. You know, like all brothers. No, I'm just messing. I'm messing. But no,
We'll talk to the producers about it, but
Yeah.
we need to take a quick commercial break so
Okay.
we can
Pay the
continue
bills.
on. Well, yes, that, but also continue on with our next guest, so we'll
Okay.
be right back.
Coming up, founder of the Coolest Bean, LaToya Cunningham.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, Keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Every issue that you care about.
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action.
A vote. As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
We stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interests of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
All right, our last guests on the plaza are here to talk about the upcoming book bag drive and what it means to be the coolest bean.
The coolest bean.
Oh, yes.
All
So
right.
we have LaToya Cunningham, the founder of the Coolest Bean, and Jasmine Bradley. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning,
Good
Wilmington.
Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Toya, what you got going on? You hit me up like, yo, Big Ive. Like, I didn't respond. She said, Big Ive. Then she was like, Ivan. I was like, okay, very serious. What's happening? How you been? And what you got going on?
I've been fantastic. I just got this intuition to do, for mental, physical, emotional well-being around, Wilmington, and start the Coolest Bean. So I got with my niece, and she went to school in Philly, and she's design artist, basically. That's what she does.
Animation.
Yep.
Animation. Yes. Oh, damn.
So I got with her, and I was like, hey, I want to start this character. Let this character be whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
And knowing that no matter what it goes through, what's going on, it's still the coolest bean.
All right, so let's talk about it. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I know
Go
you
ahead.
know.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
We have to let our viewers know, what is the Coolest Bean?
So the coolest bean is anybody. No matter what, mentally, physically, emotionally, no matter what you're going through, what you look like, whatever. One of the shirts I have on is the Coolest Bean shirt. She actually created this so you can be anything and everything.
Get the camera so I want her to stand up and show the shirt if she could.
This is just one of the images that she has or whatever. And just she comes up with them, and they're basically superheroes, and she can tell you how she comes up with them and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so this isn't just an apparel company.
No, it's not just an apparel.
It's more than that.
Yes.
It is. Tell us the more.
Yes, because now I'm like, okay, let's go.
So we can make the design for anything. We make them for hats. We're going to be making them for book bags too. We make them for shirts, anything you like.
Okay.
And with the beans, so I have a crazy mind.
Oh,
so
shit.
I have to.
Did they hear me?
So I design each and every bean as different as I possibly can. So each bean has at least 50 designs on them.
Okay.
At least 50, so I can see how they move, I can see how they work, what their personality is really going to be. I want to make it kind of like new school tattoos. I saw like an idea from Ink Master one time with all this pop of color and flair, and that's exactly what I wanted to do for each bean.
Wow.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm just blown away right now of all that's happening right now. All these sisters doing some amazing stuff. Okay, what do you have in your hand? What is all that?
All right, so these are different things we have. I have the hat, that's the DCB, the Coolest Bean hat. This is a different bean that we have. This is the same one I have on, but these are all for y'all. So I brought it for just a donation for y'all. That's another bean that we have.
My first design.
Yep, one of the first designs. And then this is like another bean that basically we do.
So the bean could be anything, right?
Yes, it could be anything.
It could be anything, anybody,
Yes.
just to be the cool as you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that's smart. I got with that. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about the back to school drive that you have coming up.
So the 28th of this month and this next Sunday at Haynes Park, I'm throwing a cookout basically, and I'm giving away 100 book bags. I have about 100 now, but any donations that come in from now till Saturday, I'm willing to accept. Basically, and what we're going to do is just give back to the community. This is my first year doing this. We just started in March, so we are a new company, but hopefully by next year, I'll be doing 200 and 300 book bags to give back to the community.
Nice.
During the winter, I'm planning on doing coats and stuff back to the community, and I want to get to the point where we can do coats and shoes and et cetera, and go up from there.
Why? What's your why?
My why is because it takes a village to raise a child. And it's been going on for a long time, where as though we just need to hone in on these kids and pull these kids back to family orientation and different things like that. That's how I grew up. That's how my nieces and nephews grew up, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to give back, and give back.
And let kids be kids.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. Let kids be kids. I see the passion that you have, and it's only the beginning, right? This is only the beginning, right?
Yes.
Wait until you have a year under your belt. I'm sure you'll be back on Good Morning Wilmington.
It's exciting.
Sharon will be 1,000 book bags are going out, not just 200. So I see that the passion that you have for the company, and to see it continue to grow and thrive in the community, and that it is a need, especially back to school, being able to support these kids, because you said it is about the kids and we want the kids to be kids. So other than you need book bags, I'm sure you need donations.
Oh yes, anything we will take.
How can people get in touch with you and find out more information and to donate?
Sure. So I have an Instagram page. It's called the Coolest Bean LLC at gmail.com. Also, you can reach out to me. I'm LaToya Cunningham. Phone number is 267-473-0895. If you want to come out on that Sunday and donate at Haynes Park, I'll be there starting at 9:00 a.m.
Excellent, excellent. Now, it's free to attend the event.
Yes.
That's always very important. Will there be any food or event?
It will be food.
Okay.
I have
food vendors are always a
old-fashioned cookout.
Right.
Just an old-fashioned cookout. Hot dogs, hamburgers, potato chips, and something to drink. Yes, come out, and it is free.
See, that's important. That's good. So I'm sure that there's no excuses now.
None at all.
You'll have a big turnout.
Hopefully.
So this is a good question, rain or shine?
Rain or shine, we will be there.
Excellent.
We got $100 on the food. That
Good
cool?
luck. Yes.
All right. Ivan is giving away today.
Giving away money today.
Everyone's going to be showing up at the door today.
Remember what happens when we give away? We give back. You know what I mean? So it comes back 1,000 folds for us. So we're good with that. So we got 1,000 on the food.
Pump the brakes. That's where I come in. Just wait a second. A small thought goes such a long way, and that's what it's important that the community understands, that every little bit counts. And you said it so perfectly. It does take a village. It really does, and we say that here all the time. That teamwork makes the dream work, and it does take a village. So we're able to come together, support, and hopefully you continue to grow. You will. Not hopefully. You will. You're going to
your heart's in the
continue to
right
grow.
place.
Yes,
when your heart's in the right place, and it's never about money, it always works out. You know, I so love startups, because I once was a startup, and everyone thought I was freaking crazy. You know what I mean? But for startups with brand new ideas and passion, it opens up. The universe opens up for you, and you can have what you want at that point.
Everything starts somewhere.
It starts somewhere, and it starts with a thought. You know what I mean? Your follow through is the most important part to it. But look, congratulations. We love what you're doing. Please make sure it's an ambulance or a fire truck run by. Please let us know what else you got going on, and keep us up to date so we can talk about it in our intros or whatever of the great stuff that you're doing for the community. And I love the Coolest Bean. Is the Coolest Bean? Is it like for kids, right? For instance, my daughter Madison, right, has photogenic epilepsy, meaning that she can look at bright lights, or bright lights can find her, and she'll have 100 seizures quick, right? And it started to play a toll on her, but we had to tell her no, you're cool in your own way.
Right, exactly.
Is the Coolest Bean something letting kids know you're cool, or letting grown-ups know you're cool in your own way? Is that why they're so different?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
They all have their different mindsets. They all have their different personalities, and it's what makes people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the greatest thing.
And then I'll make sure you give me the size. I'll make sure Madison gets a shirt.
All right. But she got this. Okay, I was going to say, look, we'll talk.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. But thank you so much for coming.
Yes, and thank you for the thoughts. The beautiful thoughts and the creativity. You have a talent.
Ah, thanks.
You have a talent. Your family, I love it.
She's a weirdo, just like us. Like me. That's
unique.
You know, I like to say weirdo.
You're like, okay,
I like weirdos.
weirdo's cool.
Yeah, I'm a cool weirdo. Like screw it. You know?
Cool weirdos.
Cool weirdos. This is your camera right here. Tell the community what you want to know about the coolest bean.
Go ahead.
Well, anyone is the coolest bean, no matter who you are. Wherever you come from, what nationality you are, you can always be the coolest bean. I mean, seriously, it's who you are. And as long as you're true to who you are, then you can never go wrong. And whichever bean you pick, whether it's someone cool or someone that's more of a fighter or someone that's more spiritual, I mean, it's who you are, so always be proud of it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Instagram, Facebook?
Instagram, The Coolest Bean LLC. Yes.
All right. So let's do this. All the ladies, because they made this a ladies episode. That's why you know I was going to throw it in. Can I get all the ladies over here real quick? We can close out from here.
Stay right there. They're all going to come around.
Are they going to stand around us?
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely.
All
So everyone gets in the shot.
So I have to tell you, this has been an amazing show. Najee, thanks for putting it together. All these wonderful, powerful women here on DETV, from graphic designers to business owners to women in leadership to sisters supporting sisters. It has been a great show. Again, we got the other two coming up? Okay. There she goes.
Yeah.
She's like, my shoe ain't on, but I'm coming.
Squeeze in here, just a little step. Make sure everyone can be seen. This is
So all of our followers that are watching, I ask you humbly to support everyone up here. They are doing amazing things in our communities, and these are sisters that are we're going, that camera right there? Okay, sorry about that. These are sisters that are doing amazing things in our community that we all need to show our support for. Yes. Likes just don't get it on Facebook, and hearts don't get it on Instagram. Donations are needed. Coming up to the service, giving them your services are needed, but just saying, sister, I appreciate you, and I love you for what you do for the world. All right, so we out of here. We good? Are we good?
Well, ladies, thank you so much for taking the time out of your very, very busy schedules for coming on the show today. It means the world to us and to our viewers, and we wish you the best of success in everything that you're doing for our communities. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
I still want my brothers versus my brothers.
Don't worry, Ivan. But wait, we thank our sponsors. We thank Wi-Fly. We have to thank Dart Transit, Balance, Strength, and Fitness. Thank you so much for your generosity. We will see you Wednesday at 10 a.m. Have a good morning, Wilmington.